Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Hound's class, and today we're going to be doing UFLI lesson 38A, where we're going to be talking about a short A-I-O review. Now, you've already done this in your class, and if you haven't, videos will be coming about these things. But we're going to be talking about the short vowels, and these three in particular. We'll talk about the other vowels later. But let's look at our schedule to see what we have going on today. So, in our... One more. All right, so we're going to start off with phonemic awareness, and this is where we're going to blend our words, and then we're going to segment. So first we'll do the blend. So I'll give you the sounds. You take them. You can either tap them out like this, or you can use your fingers, and then we'll put them together. So if I go mad, mad. Good, that's what I should hear. Okay, let's try it. X. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. Og. Okay, last one. G-at. Good. Now we're going to segment them. So I'll say the word, you repeat it, and then you break it apart. So if I say hat, you go hat. H-at. Good. Big. Not. Did. Great job. Now we're going to move into our visual drill, where when you look at the grapheme, the picture, you tell me what it says. So the first one, what about the next one? S or z. Next one, t. Rapid fire. P. D. G. B. K. H. O. W. J. Y. X. Qu. Z. Great job. Now we're going to do our auditory drill. This is where you can get out your board, or you can get out a piece of paper with a pencil. My friends have writing boards with dry erase markers. I'm going to give you the phoneme, so I'm going to give you the sound, and you write out what it says. Okay, so what letter says, or what phoneme says, Write it down. I should see something like N. Very good. Okay. Now, what says D? I should see something like this. Very good. How about what says S? Some of you wrote C, but C doesn't say S. C says K. S says S. Okay, now what about what could say I see our letter P. Very good. Okay, I'm going to do two more. You can do as many as you want, but we're going to focus. So what can say B? It sounds like I'm saying P, but if you listen closely, B is B. Okay, one more. This one's a little bit of a trick. What says K? Okay, I see some people wrote K. That's the easy one. But, as I just said, C also says K. Great job. Erase your boards, put your pencils, markers away. We're going to move on to our blending drill. So in our blending drill, I'm going to put the word up on the board, and you have to read it out. So the first word is at. At. Very good. Eventually, many of you might be going at, but eventually I want you to read it as you're putting it all together. At. All right, so the next one we're going to do is sat. So some of you might be going sat, but eventually we want to get to a point where we're going sat and just reading it across. Okay? The next one is mat? What about map? What about sap? And what about nap? And then the last one, tap. Very good. All right, now we're going to move on to our new concept. So let's take a look at that. All right, so here's our vowels. A, I, and O. We know A, E, I, O, U are our vowels, but we're going to be focusing on these short vowel sounds. A, I, O. So A says ah. I says I. And O says ah. Those are the short vowel sounds. So let's take a look at why that is. So for A, like apple for instance, it's not making its long sound, it's making a short sound, ah. So you're gonna find that in the middle most of the time. It's gonna be in the middle between a consonant and a consonant. So consonant, vowel, consonant. So for example, words like cat and words like map. So I say k, at, app. So those CVC words, those are in the middle. But we will also see it at the beginning of a word if there is no consonant at the beginning, in words like at or as. Oh, that sounds like the Z sound, but we're not talking about that right now. All right, let's move on. So these two words or these two spellings are a little bit special, so I really need you paying attention. When we have AM and AN, they change their sound a little bit. It sounds, instead of going am, it sounds like am, and. It sounds kind of whiny, Kind of like when you tell a baby they can't have something, they go, wah. It kind of sounds like that. Am and an. All right, so the reason why that is, in some of these words, it's like am or jam. It doesn't say that perfectly, but it's close. You'll hear it, so like for and, for instance, and can. When you read those, if you try to sound it out like k, a, n, can, you notice it sounds weird, so you'll adjust it. But it's good to know those things. Okay, moving on. So I for it. You'll find that in the middle as well. Like in lip, and him. And this IM doesn't change like the AM does. It doesn't change its rule that much. So that's going to be the same. But we can also see it at the beginning, like words in and is. Very good. Okay, and then the last one we're going to be talking about is O. So O like octopus. We can find that mostly you'll see it mostly in the middle of syllables, CVC syllables. So like in words like hot and mop, you'll find it in the middle. But you'll also find it at the beginning, like words on and ox, because there's a consonant at the end. It makes it short vowel sound. So the short vowel comes before a consonant in a syllable. So anywho, these are our short vowels. A says, I says, O says, all right, very good. That takes us to the very end. If you want to practice writing words that have CVCs, you can pause it, or you can do it in your own class, but we're going to read. So, at, map, is, him, on, job. Now, we will all read. Sat, have, and, man, if, sit, his, six, not, got, lot, top. All right. Like I said, if you guys want to write, spell, you can. But we're all done. So give yourselves a round of applause, pat on the back, kisses on your brain. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.